Retiring without significant savings isn't easy, especially in countries like the USA, Canada, the UK, and most of Western Europe. The cost of rent alone in most of the desirable areas of these countries can be enough to push many seniors away. As a result, a growing number of retirees are looking abroad, not merely in search of cheaper living, but in pursuit of a more sustainable lifestyle, where their money stretches further without sacrificing comfort, climate, or quality of life. But then again, retiring abroad is not without its trade-offs. Healthcare may not be as advanced, language barriers can complicate daily life, and visa options may not always be easy, so a wise retiree must always think beyond headline affordability and consider the full equation. With that in mind, in this video, we have brought together 15 places around the world where it is possible to retire on $1,500 a month. To diversify this list even further, we have tried our best to list places from each continent. Therefore, all of these places have a different mix of climate, culture, infrastructure, and lifestyle. In the end, the one that suits you should best align with your health, priorities, and tolerance for compromise. Number 15. The Spanish region of Aragon. When most people think about retiring in Spain, they often choose the region of Andalusia or Catalonia. But in contrast to these famous regions, the Spanish region of Aragon is far more affordable and less discovered. It is the fourth largest region of Spain, with a rough population of about 1.36 million. Most of this populace is concentrated in its capital city of Zaragoza, a well-developed metro area with all the modern-day services and amenities. The median living cost in Zaragoza can be around $1,800, but with a bit of smart budgeting, one can manage to reside under $1,500. While the rural towns such as Caspe, Teruel, or Borja are even more affordable, and one can easily reside in these towns for under $1,500. The main downside is that rural parts of Aragon can feel isolated, with limited English spoken and fewer international amenities. But this lack of over-tourism allows for a more immersive Spanish lifestyle, ripe for those seeking depth over convenience. Apart from the city life, the northern Aragon region is near the French border and is home to the Aragonese Pyrenees Mountains, where you'll find a number of ski resorts and hill stations. Number 14. Dumaguete, Philippines. Dumaguete is known as the City of the Gentle People, and although not a city of major sights, it is a pleasant place in which to relax and experience the beautiful architecture and nature. It is a quaint little city and oftentimes ranks on top of the list for retirees looking to settle down in the Philippines. English is widely spoken here, making communicating and getting around easy. In the last 5 years or so, this city has witnessed an influx of early retirees, particularly Western men, many of whom have settled permanently after marrying locals and integrating into the surrounding communities. Despite being small, the city has everything you need, including markets, restaurants, and grocery stores, with many imported goods. There is also an international airport that charters daily domestic flights. The cost of living is generally lower than in Metro Manila or Cebu City, though individual budgets vary depending on lifestyle. Nonetheless, a budget of $1,500 gets you a sumptuous 3-bedroom villa, along with all the basic modern-day services and necessities. Number 13. Kavala, Greece. This is a small city in the northeastern part of Greece, about 1.5 hour drive away from the city of Thessaloniki. In the province of Eastern Macedonia, Roman and Ottoman empires used to rule here throughout the centuries, and one can see remnants of their influence, especially in its old town. Nowadays, it is the center of trade and tourism in the northern part of Greece, as well as a major seaport. With a bustling atmosphere offering decent amount of restaurants, malls, and services, it is not that famous among international retirees. Only a minuscule amount of remote workers tend to move here in peak seasons, but nevertheless, the city is still very diverse and carries influences from many Eastern European nations. And in contrast to major Greek islands as well as the cities of Athens and Thessaloniki, it is far more cheaper and relaxed. Most natives barely spend over $800 per month here. But if you are a foreign retiree who wants the best of everything, a budget of $1,500 is ideal. One can even go on frequent weekend trips to the nearby Aegean Islands from Kavala, as its port operates regular passenger and vehicle ferries to several Greek islands. Number 12. Bar, Montenegro. Not as famous as other coastal retreats of Montenegro like the Bay of Kotor and Budva, Bar is a great spot to enjoy a calm and tranquil atmosphere. With its 30-mile-long coastal front, it's perfect for sun-seekers and beachgoers. The main city is a blend of old and new, with old medieval architecture and several new modern apartment complexes. Not many people move to this city, and the expat population is very low here. However, it does have the advantage of being cheaper, with average monthly expenses for a single individual coming at around $1,000. Aside from the living expenses, buying a seaside apartment in this city is very cheap. On average, a two-bedroom sea-facing apartment can go as low as $65,000. Besides, the property prospects, services, and amenities in the main city hub are well equipped. But for major health concerns, people often travel to the country's capital. Number 11. Abruzzo, Italy. Tucked between mountains and the Adriatic coast, Abruzzo is a bit of a hidden gem. Life here is quieter than in the big cities, but there's no shortage of lively street markets, hearty food, and stunning natural parks. The region is also recognized for producing some of Italy's most unique wines. Its towns and cities like Sulmona, Pescara, and Lanciano are popular with expats, drawing those who enjoy a mix of hill towns, seaside, and green open spaces. Services are reliable with supermarkets, banks, and transport in most towns. And healthcare is well regarded with hospitals in L'Aquila, Pescara, and Teramo, while smaller towns have clinics for routine checkups. On the downside, English is not widely spoken, which means basic knowledge of Italian is a must to reside in Abruzzo. Due to this lack of traction from internationals, it remains less crowded, and its cost of living is the lowest in comparison to other regions of Italy. Number 10. Belize. Nestled on the eastern coast of Central America between Guatemala and the Caribbean Sea, Belize has a number of benefits that make it appealing for retirees. English is the official language, and the retirement income from sources outside of Belize is not taxed. In recent years, many retirees, particularly from the United States, have settled here. Most of these retirees have chosen Belize over neighboring alternatives, as costs in adjacent Mexico has risen exponentially. Everyday items are cheaper in Belize. You will save significantly on medical, household help, insurance, produce, and taxes. A few items that will cost you more are electricity, internet, cellular service, and gasoline. Housing really depends on what you prefer and may be significantly cheaper or more expensive. You can rent a basic home in between $350 to $600 a month, or buy a newly built house for $70,000 to $150,000 US. As a whole, a retired individual can easily afford a nice lifestyle on $1,500 US per month. Number 9. Vlora, Albania. Located on the central coast of Albania, where the Adriatic Sea meets the Ionian Sea, Vlora is part of the region often referred to as the Albanian Riviera. Some of the most premier seaside hotspots of Albania are situated in close proximity to the city of Vlora, and besides the beaches, there are mountains and national parks nearby as well. The city is a mix of old and new. There is a historic old town with a pretty tree-lined boulevard from the port, while the coastal front is decked with modern condominium complexes that open up to a large pedestrian promenade. A number of internationals gather here in peak summer seasons. Some even opt to stay throughout the year. Therefore, locals can speak and understand English pretty well, and integrating into the local society isn't that hard. Petty crime exists, as it does in every city in the world, but in general, Vlora is a relatively safe city. When it comes to cost of living, in Vlora, your dollar, euro, or pound stretches further, allowing you to maintain a comfortable lifestyle without breaking the bank. Number 8. Mar del Plata, Argentina. Roughly 400 kilometers southeast of Buenos Aires along Argentina's Atlantic coast, Mar del Plata is the country's premier seaside resort city. It is known for its beautiful architecture, lively art scene, and delicious seafood. For retirees earning in US dollars or other strong currencies, Argentina's exchange rate dynamics can make everyday life here remarkably affordable, often allowing retirees to enjoy a standard of living that would be difficult to replicate back home. In practical terms, a monthly budget in the range of $1,200 to $1,500 can often support a very comfortable lifestyle, including quality housing, dining out, and discretionary spending. On top of this, the local health facilities of the city are top-notch, with some hospitals and clinics offering specialized services for international retirees. One notable drawback of choosing Mar del Plata is its limited connectivity. The local airport primarily serves domestic flights, necessitating international travelers to first arrive at Buenos Aires International Airport and then book a connecting domestic flight or opt for alternative transportation modes such as train or road travel by car. Number 7. Ecuador. From its gorgeous coastline and large swathes of Amazon jungle to the stunning peaks of the Andes, Ecuador is ripe for exploration and adventure. It is one of the most affordable places to retire in the Americas. Even middle-income retirees can enjoy luxurious lifestyles, availing themselves of quality housing, world-class healthcare, trendy eateries, and a vibrant cultural life just outside the door. Medical costs are obviously much cheaper than the likes of the United States, and there are specialists with modern technology in its main cities, therefore healthcare is not an issue here. Retirees hailing from the U.S. can integrate here pretty well. This is because English is spoken widely, particularly in the major cities like Cuenca and Quito, and the official currency is the U.S. dollar. Another thing to note is that when you retire in Ecuador on a pensionado visa, you can receive up to 50% off public transportation, utilities, recreational activities, and certain tax benefits. You are also eligible for duty-free importation of household goods and expedited services. Number 6. The city of Chiang Mai, Thailand. The second largest city in Thailand, Chiang Mai is located in the mountainous north of the country. It perfectly combines modern buildings hosting luxury apartments and infinity pools, ancient temples, and national parks nearby. Chiang Mai is the best place to retire in Thailand. Away from the party scene, it has a peaceful atmosphere and a slower pace of life. The cost of living is also the lowest among other retirement localities like Phuket, Hua Hin, and Pattaya. On the downside, the air quality in Chiang Mai is the worst in Thailand, especially in the burning season in the month of March, so it is highly advised to gravitate a bit further away in the month of March. Besides this, there aren't any other major cons for retirees. The healthcare is well equipped. The local international community is close-knit, and it is easily accessible via airlinks. Number 5. Puerto Montt, Chile. Touted as the gateway to the Andes Mountains and the Patagonian fjords, Puerto Montt is a port city in southern Chile's Lake District. It is ideal for active retirees who love the outdoors. Hiking, fishing, and boating are popular pastimes, and the nearby national park provides opportunities for wildlife viewing and camping. The city itself is home to a vibrant art scene with numerous galleries, theaters, and music venues. The healthcare system is also good, with several hospitals and clinics, so retirees can settle for long-term. But keep in mind, it can be a challenging place to live for those who do not speak Spanish. While English is spoken in some tourist areas, most residents speak only Spanish. This can make it difficult for non-Spanish speakers to navigate daily life and integrate into the local community. Other than that, it is very safe to live, and the cost of living is nominal in comparison to Chile's capital, Santiago. Number 4. Santa Marta, Colombia. A coastal city located in northern Colombia with only about 500,000 residents, Santa Marta is much smaller than Cartagena and Medellin, making it an easy city to navigate and explore. Another plus is that Santa Marta is much less touristy. As a result, it has a more local vibe and a highly welcoming atmosphere, making it an easy place to settle in. Furthermore, the safety index and the quality of life index of this city is the highest when compared to other coastal cities. Here, one can enjoy a comfortable seaside life on a fraction of what it would cost in Europe, North America, or even the better-known parts of Latin America. A modest apartment with ocean views might rent for as little as $300 to $500 a month, while daily expenses, fresh seafood, tropical fruit, local transport remain astonishingly low, and despite its low cost, Santa Marta doesn't feel lacking. It is fairly developed and provides good healthcare, high-speed internet, reliable public transport, and easy access to domestic and international destinations through its airport. Number 3. The city of João Pessoa, Brazil. Often overshadowed by more famous cities such as Rio or Florianopolis, João Pessoa appeals to retirees seeking a quieter, more manageable alternative while still enjoying the benefits of a sizable and modern urban center. Its old town is known for its unique architecture, while the city features modern complexes right beside the coast and is named the greenest city in the country. Crime rates are also one of the lowest here. Sure, petty theft does exist, but major crimes against foreign nationals are rare. The biggest downside is that English is not widely spoken, so basic understanding of Portuguese is mandatory. Many foreign retirees find this trade-off worthwhile given the city's affordability and quality of life. Healthcare in the city is generally considered solid by regional standards, with access to private hospitals and clinics available at comparatively modest costs. For a budget of $1,500, you get a 2-bedroom sea-facing apartment, fresh produce, groceries, and all the basic services and amenities at arm's length. Number 2, Nicaragua. Retiring in Nicaragua means that you will be greeted by soaring mountains, beautiful beaches, lush tropical forests, and towering volcanoes. The country has an interesting and complex history, meaning there are plenty of fascinating sights to explore. That said, Nicaragua is not without its drawbacks. Infrastructure and healthcare, while adequate in major urban centers, can be inconsistent in more rural areas, and the country's political climate has at times raised concerns among prospective foreign residents. Nevertheless, most retirees choose to settle in established expat hubs such as colonial cities or lakeside communities, where international amenities and English-speaking networks make integration easier. For those earning in stronger foreign currencies, a monthly budget of roughly $1,200 to $1,500 can often support a very comfortable lifestyle. Number 1, Cambodia. There are few places left in Asia where one's money stretches quite as far as it does in Cambodia, a country of sweeping plains, lazy rivers, and golden temple spires. Rising through the tropical haze, it offers perhaps the lowest cost of retirement without descending into hardship or discomfort. Nearly everything here costs less than in neighboring Thailand, Vietnam, or Malaysia: rent, food, transportation, leisure activities, and even domestic help. On the flip side, its hospitals, while improving, remain behind the standards of more developed regional alternatives, making Cambodia better suited to the healthy and adventurous than to the elderly or medically dependent. For this reason, Cambodia is generally better suited to younger or early retirees in good health. Popular hotspots include Phnom Penh, which offers the most conveniences and a fast-growing urban scene, while the city of Siem Reap is known for its relaxed pace, artistic spirit, as well as cultural heritage. Thanks for watching. If you find this video informative, be sure to leave a like, if not then a dislike, and don't forget to subscribe for more amazing content.